So Tempus AI has had a huge stock surge recently. If you are a follower of my channel, you likely saw my weekly Tempus that we just started. Me and Jaden, my good buddy Jaden. Me and him both are very bullish on Tempus. It's actually a very large percentage of both of our portfolios now. I want to hop on here really quick. I want to go over Tempus, some news related to them, my predictions, explain the changes to my portfolio because I haven't made a video updating this officially. So there's some big changes that I've done, guys, and we're gonna see how it pans out. So today, this is this is insane seeing. Okay, so we're up 10% on the day, another 10% after hours. What's the cause of this? Tempus AI. Our portfolio is only 3 companies now, guys. We went from having a 10 company portfolio to a 3 company portfolio. Now, why is this? Elijah, this is against everything you've preached and you've stood by. Well, guys, I've been doing some reflecting recently, and these 3 companies that I own, Tempus AI, HIMS, and SoFi, I'm so bullish on, and I have such a high conviction in them. I really believe in these companies, and they're also growing extremely fast, a lot faster than the other companies that I was holding. Don't get me wrong. Most of my portfolio was in like the Metas and the Amazons and Googles and Microsoft. Don't get me wrong; those are amazing companies, and I believe every investor should own those. Those are amazing companies. But my account size is very small. I'm really trying to focus on the high growth. I'm just not going to get that high growth from those big names. They're amazing companies. They're cash printing machines. I mean, it's ridiculous. But they're just not going to give me the same returns, guys. And I'm really going after that 6-figure portfolio, and I believe these 3 companies can get me there faster. So I'm really taking a big leap, and I'm betting on myself. I really don't recommend anyone else to do this because it could end up not working out. I could be wrong. Maybe my thesis is incorrect, and I have no clue what I'm talking about. But like I said, I really believe in these companies, and I believe in myself. So I split my portfolio up on these 3 companies, and this is what's happening so far. Now, that's enough about my portfolio and the changes that I made. Let's start talking some Tempest, baby. This is what you all guys all came for. I made a video a few weeks ago, I think it was about 2 weeks ago, saying why I'm buying Tempest AI. And I went over it, gave a little, analysis, somewhat, I guess you'd say, just covering Tempest. Well, since then, a lot's happened. Yesterday was Monday. We had an announcement that Nancy Pelosi purchased 100,000 in call options. Let's see. Nancy Pelosi announced 100,000 in call options on Tempest. Look, it's everywhere, guys. Why Tempest AI is skyrocketing? Why Tempest AI is blowing up after Nancy Pelosi reveals position in stock? It's everywhere, guys. Tempest is everywhere right now. It's ridiculous. So I was on Tempest AI before Nancy Pelosi was. And that's not me bragging, I'm just saying the facts. I've been following Tempest for a while now. Now, if you watched my episode yesterday, or this morning actually, I covered this a little bit more in depth, but it's insane. I think it's great news for investors, early investors, but where you have it right now is a lot of these short-term traders and small-minded people buying into Tempest just because Nancy bought it, and they're looking for a quick profit. And all these people are focused on the long-term vision with Tempest and their long-term growth prospects. Most don't even understand the business, guys. So you're going to see even more volatility with this name now because you have all these people paying attention to it. But it's good. I think Tempest is it's going to drive the share price up, and it's going to give the attention it deserves. So I think it's a good thing. Let's talk about what else happened. So Nancy bought 100,000 call options, up to 100,000 in call options. Then today, we had Donald Trump, Sam Altman at OpenAI, Oracle, and SoftBank CEOs. They were all together today and made an announcement for a 100 billion AI initiative. Insane. I was watching this live on my television, and I called up my buddy Jaden, and I'm just freaking out listening to what these guys say. So, it starts kind of normal. Donald Trump starts talking about all these data centers that they're going to be building and the energy, declared an energy crisis because of all the energy that AI is going to be using. So I think nuclear stocks went like insane today. Um, but then the first to speak was Oracle CEO. Now, this guy talked a little bit about the data centers, and then he just went on and on about AI and healthcare. That was his main point today. He just could not leave it alone, guys. Like, he just kept on talking and talking about it. I loved it because he was describing Tempest word for word. So, like I said, I have a little thing here that I wrote. I took some notes from it. It said, majority of the speech was spent talking about AI's impact on healthcare, specifically in oncology and cancer treatment, which is Tempus AI's specialty. Now, Tempus is expanding into cardiology and all kinds of other disease types, but that's what Tempus is focused on right now is oncology. Um, so Tempus AI's what was I? What did I write? Oh yeah, that's her specialty. But as if this wasn't enough, Oracle CEO also mentions the words precision medicine. Like you're literally describing Tempest's mission. Like it sounds like he's literally reading off Tempest this thing I'm about to go over next, their healthcare conference presentation. Um, their he just goes on and on about. So he mentions precision medicine as well as analyzing numerous health records. Um, Describing Tempest AI word for word. So Tempest already has upper hand here because they already have all this data. I believe they have around 200 petabytes of data, and it's growing by about 20 million gigabytes a month. So it's really, when I was listening to this, I'm like, wow. And what I think is important, it's getting kind of overlooked. I mean, obviously it stocks up after hours from this news, but I think this is a bigger deal than Nancy Pelosi buying, in my opinion. Hearing the CEOs talk today about bringing AI to healthcare and how passionate Oracle CEO was on it, Sam Altman too. That is a huge catalyst, and it shows that this is a huge industry, guys. It's going to be a huge industry, and it's still extremely early. So that was very exciting. Um, so we covered that. We covered Nancy Pelosi. Now, really quick, let's talk about the healthcare conference they had a few weeks ago. I think I already covered this a little bit, but I'm not sure. But long story short, on January 13th, Tempest had a presentation. The CEO, Eric, went over this presentation at a JP Morgan healthcare conference. And I'm not going to go over this. There's a lot of slides. I'm not going to go over it word for word, but I'll read this. Based on the recent advancements, including generative AI, the time is now. AI is finally ready to transform healthcare. We believe the change will occur in diagnostics first. Now, this is very important because when you compare Tempest, it's hard to compare Tempest to other AI companies. There's nothing really like it right now. It's just the leader by a it's a leader by a landslide. I try and compare it a little bit to Recursion Pharmaceuticals, but they're focused on AI and drug discovery. So they're just burning cash, no signs of profitability. But Tempest taking the diagnostics first approach, we have $200 million in revenue next quarter coming in. We're going to be profitable for all of 2025. So this approach obviously is paying off a lot. So then the presentation just goes on and it explains the data and diagnostics section of the business, which is one of the main sections right now. And then you got the testing businesses as well. So data licensing and testing is the main revenue streams right now. Now you have AI applications that start to take off as well. They announced today on their X, they announced today that they are launching their patient-facing app, Olivia, nationwide. And Olivia is really going to transform the healthcare industry. So, not only that, it's also having patients interact with AI. So, it's crazy. I mentioned on one of the why I'm buying Tempus AI. Somebody commented about that. I said you need to be. They said something about 2028 earnings that's trading at a certain multiple of 2028 earnings. I'm like, you need to be looking at the products here. You need to be looking at Olivia. You need to be looking at Tempus One. You need to be looking at all this stuff because this is really what matters. Anyways, I'm going on and on. I need to finish this up. But anyways, Tempest platform connects with over 2,500 institutions to collect real-time clinical, molecular, and imaging data on millions of cancer patients. Like I said, they're focused on oncology, so that's what they're focusing on the news today. But they're getting into everything. Talking about their data, large amount of proprietary data, allowing us to build and train AI models and distribute the insights generated to treating physicians, patients, and researchers. So it's not just helping the healthcare professionals, it's not just helping the patients, it's helping everyone. That's important to know. Genomics, Yep, C Genomics product line focuses on delivering intelligent and personalized molecular results to physicians. That's very important to know. Um, Data licensing, almost $1 billion in backlog. So, oh, I got my woman. Come in here. You're good. Come in here. Here, I'll turn the camera. Hold on, hold on 1 second. You're good. They can't see you. Okay, let me readjust my chair. And then the AI applications. Hold on, I need to scoot over. So then you get the AI applications, which is a very small segment of the revenue right now, but like I said, it's growing extremely fast. And the CEO has already mentioned that it could be the largest generator of revenue by a landslide. So you have them also getting into cardiology and neuropsychology. This is very important. You have the Tempus Next platform. Um, Now in 2024, they expect 693 million in revenue. It's about a 30% growth year over year. But what's really important here is the 2025 outlook they give for us. Yeah. What's really important is the 2025 revenue outlook of 1.23 billion. This is huge. This is over 75% growth. And I don't really think Wall Street has even realized this yet because this presentation has been out for a while. Um, but it wasn't announced in their national or in their investor relations or anything like that. I'm sure in the next earnings call they'll announce it, and the stock's going to go insane. Um, but also another thing to note, I was listening to the conference, and at a timestamp of 29 minutes and 15 seconds, the CEO that says that the 1.23 billion is not accounting for all of the new volume if genomics and Ambry takes off, which they expect to do. So, basically simplifying that more is just saying 1.23 billion is a conservative number. They're being conservative. So I wouldn't be surprised to see 1.25, maybe even 1.3. We'll see how their ability to execute works out. They have their acquisition of Ambry Genetics. That's going to be completed soon. They already have federal government approval. They just have to get it from California. Um, but this acquisition was very important for not only profitability but just all the other synergies they have. So yeah, and then they finish off with this. This is the power of precision medicine. This is Tempus. So bright future for this company ahead, and obviously I'm betting big on it. So we're gonna see how it works out. Not financial advice, just a random dude on YouTube. I appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.